Well, welcome guys to my channel. Welcome to another video. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more fish captures, blanks, real fishing, real reviews, lots of competitions, you know, just general rig tying and loads of stuff, anything carpy really. Just hit that subscribe button guys, you won't be disappointed. If you're already a subscriber, thanks guys for subscribing, really appreciate it. But don't forget to get all notifications, hit that bell, hit that little bell icon and you'll get notifications of whenever I release a new video, or if I go live on YouTube, you'll get it ping up to your mobile, or if you're indoors, you'll be able to see them all before anyone else does. Right, what are we up to? Well, what are we up to this week? Well, we're at the Peterborough Lake. Look, we've got the barrows all loaded, raring to go. And we've got a 48-hour session, a couple of days. Gonna try and catch some. You're gonna join me as I go through everything, how I choose to swim, some of the rigs, whether we go on zigs, whether we go on bottom baits, whether we spod, whether we don't. Give you a little bit of advice. If you can take something from all these videos, any of these videos, and apply it to your own fishing, then you know I've done my job, haven't I? And it's, you know, it gives you value. It's worth watching. Also, I'll be answering some of your questions from the live feed from last week and from the previous video on the comments, which you guys have brilliantly put in there, and I really appreciate you taking the time to communicate with me. That's what it's about, building this like community, helping each other. Also, this week, if you watch right to the end, don't forget to watch right to the end, because I've got a competition where you can win some great gear for free. You know, I'm giving it away. So for the details of that, watch right to the end, where I'll be giving you all the info about that. So, without further ado, I'm going to push the old barrow around, I'm going to try and find some fish, and we'll get the session started. Right, first stop, as I was walking round here, as I was walking round the back over there, I'll show you over there, look, as I was walking round the back, I see a fish show out here. See a fish show out there, so that's a good sign anyway. I was looking at the weather, if you've got an iPhone, oh, let's get down here, if you've got an iPhone, let's have a look, let's have a look for you, I'm just going to have iPhone. If you've got an iPhone, there's an app there which is a compass app. I don't know if you see it with the glare on the there. Look, you should be able to see it now. That's a compass app. That shows you which way, direction of the wind. The wind's blowing over my shoulder at the moment. It's quite calm out there, and it's quite windy up there in the open water. So I think this would be a good place to start. But why have I chose this area? Well, a couple of reasons. Looked at the weather just now. It's going to blow westerly across like that. It's pretty cold. You know, it's quite a cold wind. Standing up there, up the top of the bank up there, you can feel it at the back of your neck. It's quite cold. So even though it's spring and it's not sunny, it's going to be overcast. It's going to get down to about 6 or 7 in the night. Double figures during the day, but it's looking spot on in this sort of corner. I know they like getting in this corner, the bigger fish get in this corner as well, and I've just seen one out there. So that's my initial sort of like, yeah, I fancy this area. Now, I've never fished this particular swim before, never fished it, so I don't know what's out there, don't know what sort of depth you got. All I know is a little bit shallower up here, and some of the bigger fish do sort of inhabit it here. There's going to be no sun, so I'm not going to go with a zig straight away. I'm going to go with bottom baits or pop-ups, probably a pop-up on the multi-rig. And the wind's going to change, and it's going to blow down here at some point. And I think there's a couple of fish around the back of the island as well. So I see a fish show around there as well, come out 2 or 3 times, just sort of cleaning itself off or whatever. I remember a couple of weeks ago when I caught them fish on the zigs, it was sunny, there was loads of fly hatches going on, I see all the fish swimming underneath the surface. That's why I'm not initially going to go with the zigs. I'm going to try and catch them off the bottom. But what happened one of the nights, there was a guy in this swim, and when I moved around there and caught him on the zigs, and the wind changed and started blowing down here a little bit. And then at night time, he was seeing them showing down here on that little bit of quick wind, and he had a 41 pounder, one of the bigger ones, you know. So that's my initial sort of thoughts on the swim. I'm still going to have a look up there, have a little look about, but I've got a feeling, even when I was driving down there, I know you shouldn't do, that's not normally how I fish. I normally have a good look round 2 or 3 times, see if I see any fish, and then sort of land on them, look at the weather conditions, see what it's going to do. But I sort of fancied this area for what the wind's going to do, the temperatures, and what's been happening lately. So there you go, that's sort of first impressions. That's just my sort of initial tactics of how I'm going to approach this swim. I might put a little bit of bait out there as well, maybe a little bit of particle and some boilies, chopped boilies, or just a few boilies, not too sure yet. I might even get the deeper out and have a couple of little plums around to see what's out there. But normally I'll just use my lead, or get the deeper out there, find a few troughs, then use the lead just to find the spots, sort of thing. You know, I don't use that deeper for finding fish. I use it as a tool like anything else for finding areas or depressions or the weed or whatever all the way through the year, and it served me well. So that's what we're going to do initially. I'm going to get set up because I've had no sleep all night. I was too excited, I couldn't sleep, so I wanted to get down at the first light, like you do. I'm like a little kid, aren't I, again? That's why I go fishing. I love it, the anticipation. But there's my kit, there's my barra up there, all ready to go and rock and roll. So I'm going to unload that, get my house set up after I've had another walk round. But my sixth sense is telling me I want to be in here, and we'll see where we go from there anyway. See if we can suss out the swim, suss out the rigs I'm going to use on the bottom. See, it may be that it's a really hard bottom, bit of gravel, so I'll probably use a wafter or a bottom rig. But we'll see anyway. Let's see how it progresses. This is my initial thoughts. This is where I'm going to fish. Let's see what happens. Well, guys, I've got to give a little apologise because I got the rods out. I was going to film it all and show you and that, and I just fell asleep. I was so tired, I didn't sleep last night. I was so excited to get down here. But the rods are out. We're a couple of hours before the old sun goes down, and I've seen one. Seen one out there. See where the swan, where the I don't know if you can see. Out there, past the island where the goose is. I've seen one show out there, and I've had a little liner on my left hand rod, went up the top and down again. So it's looking promising. Got 3 pop-ups on there, Johnny Mac rigs, 3 hard areas, 3 different spots. Fired about 20 little 12 millers around the area. Oh look, the kettle's boiling. It takes one bite kettle, my lucky kettle. Cup of Yorkshire tea. Let's take that off and pour that in before it boils all over the place. Nothing like a nice cup of tea after you sorted yourself out, sort your rods out, had a little sleep. So I'm raring to go now. So hopefully tonight we're going to see some fish moving about. I've got a feeling they're going to be about tonight. Wind's going to change direction. It's going to start blowing up the lake early hours of the morning, and hopefully they'll push some fish which are around the back of the island. Someone's moved in opposite me, which is okay, because they're not fishing anywhere near me, which is great. So I just thought I'd give you a little update there. I've got my rods out, we're all set to go. And what I'll do is tomorrow is we'll go through the rigs and bits and pieces, the bait, and what I'm doing a little bit more detail when I've had a good night's sleep, so I'm knackered. So I'll speak to you soon, guys. Catch up. Welcome back, guys. Thought I'd just give you a little update on what's happening. Really quiet night last night. Unbelievably quiet, although I did get a good night's sleep and I bloody needed it, that's for certain. Fish was showing up the other end this morning and I was in two minds whether to pack up, go up there, get the zigs on. They was thrashing around like mad up there. Must have been on a flight, just say. But it's quite busy up there. So I'm trying to play the long game. Wind is just starting to change round. Just have a look now. It's just starting to blow up here a little bit. It's just starting to blow up here. So, a bit of watercraft. Got another 24 hours left. And I'm going to stay put. Why is that? You say, well, fish up the other end, why don't I move up there? Well, I was gonna, I was in two minds, but my watercraft, my sort of sixth sense says to me, and knowing the water where I fished it a few times now, is that the fish could end up, or should end up down here, because the wind's going to pick up, it's going to blow down here. There's quite a few people up the other end as well. The fish don't like leads on their heads. I've noticed that, because a few times I've fished, I found a fish, pinged a lead on top of them, even a small lead, bang, they're gone. They disappear, they melt into the sunrise, so to speak. So I'm going to stay where I am, and I'm not going to recast. Well, why is that? Well, the spots, 3 rods I'm fishing on 3 spots, when I put them out yesterday, they went down perfect. I'm using super buoyant pop-ups. The rigs I'm using on the Johnny Mac rigs, I foamed them up, so the foam came up, scattered 30 baits around all 3 of them, little 12 mils, and I know they're fishing slack lines. I've had a couple of little liners since I got here yesterday, so they could be fishing the area, and I really think they're going to move in with this pressure up the other end and the wind picking up, going to blow down here, and that's what they do on this lake, they follow the wind. So I'm not going to recast, but I'm happy with them. They're out there, they're on the spots, they didn't tangle, they're fishing. I'm 100% confident with them, so why reel them in? The rigs I'm using, they're working fine. So that's that. We're going to leave that there. We're going to leave them out there. What I do is, though, I slacken off, because the lines tighten up over time. So I slacken them off. When they start tightening up again because of undertow and just the weight of the line, the water pressure and everything, I slacken them off so they don't tighten up. Another thing fish don't like is lines running through the water. So I've slackened them up. Every now and again I'll go down there every 4 or 5 hours, just slacken a little bit off, so I'm semi-slack. So the indication is still there, but they're not slack, they're semi-slack, because I'm fishing about 40, 50 yards out. If I was fishing 30 yards out, I'd have them hanging off the rod tips. So that's where we're at. Another 24 hours to go. I'm going to see what happens. Oh, excuse me, a little bit. I've got a bit of indigestion, just had some breakfast. So, something I want to talk about is meshing your hook baits. Now, why would you want to mesh your hook baits? A couple of reasons why I mesh my hook baits. I like putting liquids and powders on me pop-ups, or even my bottom baits. Whether they're, whether they're dumbbells or wafters, whatever, I like to stick a bit of flavouring on, or a bit of stick mix liquid, or a bit of hemp oil, and then stick a couple of powders on there. The green lip mussel and liver powder really work well, especially all year round, but especially in the spring now. They like what's in them, the minerals, amino acids, that's what they like in them. They're on it, It's a brilliant fish attractor, liver and green lip mussel. Always has been, always will be. So, what I do is I coat them up, no matter what colour pop-ups I'm using, or bottom baits or anything like that, I coat them up, a little bit of hemp oil, whatever oil you want to use, whatever your favourite is, bit of powder, roll them round, let them sort of set, let them set hard, that powder and that on the baits in the tub. And then what I want to do is I want to mesh it, so I want to keep as much as that in, that attractiveness, for as long as possible, so I mesh them up. Another reason is because of the old black chickens. We know how much I love a black chicken, don't we? The Kent Lake that I fish, the black chickens are ravenous. They're out of control. You can't put no bait out, because they're just on it straight away. Put a single out, and they're going to pull it off the hook, or peck it, or whatever. Also, there's quite a few nuisance fish like roach and things like that in lakes, so that can pop that can peck away at your bottom bait, or as it gets softer, or your pop-up. You know, there's a couple of reasons there why you should mesh up your baits if it applies to your particular water, or you want to, you know, put added attraction around it and lock it in for a longer period of time. Really easy to do, and the good thing is that, oh bloody hell, almost fell over then, bloody hell, just tripped over. You can get ladies' tights. Yes, I know ladies' tights. You know, I don't wear them normally only on a Sunday I wear them, but you get them in different colours. So, oh, I just dropped them. So you've got 3 colours there. Look, you've got pink, you've got white, and you've got normal tights. It doesn't matter what colour your pop-up is. Just say, if I'm using these ultra buoyant pop-ups, look, have a look at those, look. Ultra buoyant, loads of different colours. I've got whites and pinks. This time of year work really well. So really, I want to keep that washed out white and that washed out pink look, don't I? So you can do with the coloured tights, or yellows, or you can get tights in any bloody colour now, can't you? Orange, whatever you want to use, feel confident in, use it. If you want to match it to your pop-ups, or you could change your normal, so you've got a fish meal pop-up, you want to give it a little bit of a lighter colour or something, or a pink or whatever, mesh it up. It's really easy to do. Here's a couple I've done with the coloured ones. Look at those, look, pink and whites. They're all meshed up, they are. All meshed up. I'll give you some close-up shots. I'll edit it into this vlog anyway, this film. Really easy to do. All you do is get a bit of dental floss. You wrap the tights round the pop-up or the bottom bait, pull it tight, and have a slip knot already done on your dental floss. Put it round, pull it tight with your teeth, cut it off, cut off your tights, blob it, both ends, press it in so it's not going to ever come off, and there you go, done. You know, simple as that. And what I do is I use a little screw, like a hook ring screw, and then just screw the pop-up on. The benefit of the tights also, it just grips onto that ring as well, so it's less likely to come off when it gets picked up by a duck. So there you go. That's a nice little tip, and you know that your hook bait's out there and it's not degrading or been eaten away, or even if it does get picked up, it's not going to matter because you've got the mesh on. It's just going to float back down, especially if you've got it critically balanced. It's just going to pop down again like that. So as I say, I'll do a proper video on how to do it and how to put it on, how to blob it and put it on the ring and how it looks underwater, all that. It mightn't be up there now, but if not, look out for it on my playlists of my YouTube channel. So look, here's the lake again. There's the lake. It's just starting. The wind's starting to pick up. See it just here, it's starting to pick up and up there. And I've seen a little bit of bubbling, and I just see one underneath the surface as well. I mean, I could have gone up the other end, put the zigs on, or put the zigs on here, but I just want to catch one on the bottom, you know? I really just want to catch one off the bottom. I could probably go and maybe get a bite on the zigs. They're liking the zigs at the moment. But I just want to catch one off the bottom. You know, sometimes you just want to do what you want to do, don't you? Just the way it is. So I'm confident, I'm doing all the right things, I'm in the right area, leave me baits out till tomorrow or till I get a bite. And we'll see what happens from there. So check out that little trick, or give it that little trick with the old meshing up of the baits. Give it a go. It's definitely worth giving it a go, especially if you want to put some attraction, some paste around your pop-up or bottom bait, and so it's oozing into the water column when you're fishing. It's a real good little edge that I've used for many years, and a lot of people I know who are very good anglers use it as well. So let's see what happens. Let's get back, let's get the kettle on again, because we love a cup of tea, don't we, us carp anglers. Let's have a fig roll or a bourbon, and we're going to see how the session progresses. Hopefully the fish will turn up and we'll catch one. It's looking rather good out there, guys. That wind's definitely picked up like I knew it was going to for the weather forecast. It's good that the weather forecast was actually right for a change, isn't it? Probably about an hour and a half before dark. Look at it out there, look. Looks lovely. And I'll tell you what, I started seeing them as well. Started seeing them out there off the end of the island and down to my right as well. I've seen a couple, so things are looking good. And a couple of liners as well on the rods. A couple of liners. So it's all looking good for tonight. Looking good for a bite anyway. Let's hope so anyway. So it'll only be good if I actually catch one that I didn't move, because they were definitely crashing up the other end this morning. But this wind just looks spot on, and they love following the wind in here. So we're about an hour and a half before dusk, and I'm seeing them getting liners, so I'm expecting a take in the night really, or early morning. Especially if I keep seeing them, keep getting liners. Sprayed a few 12 millers out there. Every 3 or 4 hours I've been spraying a few out there, just you know, like a matchman does, just try to build the swim up. Not too many, just spraying them wide, so they've got to move between each morsel. You've got more chance of getting a good pickup, good hook hold. They've got to move, so they pick a bait up, pick your one up, and then move to the next one, and that's how you catch them. Well, that's the theory anyway. So there we go, that's the update. Let's see what happens tonight, and hopefully we'll have a fish in the net. You never know, it only takes one bite, guys, doesn't it? So I'll catch up with you in the night hopefully, or in the morning. Let's have a last look before I go. Look at that out there, look. Looking spot on, especially after seeing them as well. Look, there's one, look. See that out there? Hope you got that, hope you saw that. That was one topped right on my left hand rod. Do you see that? One topped on camera. I hope you saw it anyway. Be good if you did. Right, let's get back to watching. Get that kettle on. Another cup of Yorkshire tea. Get in now. Let's put the radio on nice and low, and let's rub our hands together, and let's watch the evening show hopefully. Catch up with you soon, guys. Well, that didn't take long, did it? But an hour into dark, I've got Chunkosaurus in the net. Oh, 39 pound mirror. Fought like an absolute demon. Let's get a bit of water on it. Oh, God. Oh, let's get her up and have a look. Absolute stunner. Look at that. Look at that, baby. Look at that. What a beautiful fish. What a stunner. God, 39 pound exactly. Well, I'm going to get her back. Let's see what we can do. See if we can catch another one. Well, guys. Whew. The morning after, the night before, eh? Only takes one bite, doesn't it? Bloody hell, they were jumping like mad. I hope you saw some of it on the film, actually, because it was, they were just jumping and jumping and jumping. Just awesome. What an awesome fish. 39 pound of just pure power. It just run me ragged underneath the tips, trying to get me round the island out there. Eventually, after about 25 minutes, I managed to land it. Unbelievable fight. Unbelievable fish. It really does only take one bite. The roll continues, doesn't it? The roll I'm on continues. That's 4 trips, 4 fish. Well, 5 fish, I think, or something. Or quite a few fish, but catch it every time. Just got to keep on keeping on, haven't you? Just got to keep on keeping on, even through bad times. Like the winter, some of that when we weren't catching. Just got to have confidence what you're doing. Now, they were single hook baits out there, with a light scattering of about 20, 30, 12 mil baits as well. White, washed out pop-up, did the damage as usual. I've got white with the pink at the moment in the spring. I like just using those washed out colours in the spring. No matter what bait you use, give those washed out colours a go. Which leads me on nicely to the competition. Remember the start of the video I said stay tuned right at the end, but I've got a competition. Now, I've got three of these washed out pop-ups. They're in that pot. There's 10, 12s, 14s and 16s from SSP baits, washed out pop-ups, exactly the same ones that I use, that I've been catching all my fish on, apart from the zigs of course. And all you've got to do is be a subscriber to my channel. So if you haven't subscribed, go and subscribe and hit the little bell icon as well, so you get all the notifications. And also leave a comment down below in the comment section. And what I do is I'll pick three of you at random who are subscribers and have commented down below, and I'll announce it on my next going live video, in session video. So guys, you know what to do, subscribe and comment, and you're in with a chance of winning a pot of these absolute stupendous pop-ups. So that's me, I'm wrapped up now. Look, I'm all wrapped up, everything's done, everything's raring to go, raring to get up that path, get back, rods are out, rods are in should I say, and we're all ready to go. So it's been a brilliant trip, hasn't it? Absolute brilliant trip. What can you say? You know, I made the right decision staying down because I knew the wind was going to change, and the fish, they were crashing up the other end, so I had to sit on your hands and knees, on your hands when they're crashing up the other end. But I knew when that wind blew down, they were coming down, and they were real wholesale. And luckily, an hour after dark, I managed to land that beautiful fish. You know, that's a bit of Watercraft, that is. Sort of, you know, my gut instinct was telling me to stay, but my head was telling me to get up the other end where the fish were. So we had a result. So guys, until next time, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I really appreciate all the comments, all the subscribers, and I'll see you for the next video, guys.